Okay, this is all off the field. I'm going to run a couple stories up the flagpole here. Tom Brady, legendary quarterback, going to work for Fox TV as an analyst.
Hey.
Tom Brady, the entrepreneur, is negotiating to buy minority ownership in the Raiders. NFL owners have stood up in front of Roger Goodell and say there are problems with Tom Brady owning the Raiders and being on NFL telecast. The NFL on the weekend banned Tom Brady from being in any team's facility leading up to a game that he's going to broadcast. They've banned him from being on the field at any practice of a team that he's going to broadcast. They banned him from taking part in any of the coaching or players' interview sessions with the network TV guys who go in on Friday, meet with the coaches on Saturday to get inside information. Brady can't be part of that. If I'm Fox TV, having paid all this money for the Fox package, would you not stand up and say, how can my guy do his job if he's not given equal access to all, like all the other network broadcasters are? I think it's terribly unfair to Brady. And Brady ought to drop the idea about becoming an investor with the Raiders if he wants to work in the media. But I think it's really unfair. Brady's not going to run and tell Antonio Pierce, the Raiders coach, what he found out about this team because he was broadcasting a certain team on a certain weekend. So that just kind of came out of nowhere. Second item, scary story, San Francisco, ugly story, San Francisco. This is the life and the world we live in. Ricky Pearsall, number 1 draft pick wide receiver, Florida State, 49ers wide receiver, on his way to a charity event at Union Square in San Francisco, autograph signing session with young kids, held up, gunpoint, 17-year-old punk. Why anybody would take on a 6'4" football player, that's kind of unique.
Yeah.
Anyhow, there was a big tussle. Pearsall got shot in the upper chest, went through the back of his shoulder, got the gun and shot the 17-year-old who's still in the hospital. Pearsall was lucky the location of the shot was here rather than in his true chest. Tough story. And you're going to love this one. You know the antitrust lawsuit?
Right.
Okay. The jury found the National Football League guilty of antitrust violations with the Sunday NFL ticket pricing. Then the judge overturned the jury's decision on the financial awards and threw the case out of court. Said if you wish to try it again, you can try it again. That's fine. The NFL on the weekend filed suit against the 2 million fans whose name, addresses, phone numbers, and emails are on that lawsuit. They have filed suit demanding $389,751 from the fans who watch the NFL on TV, who filed this class action lawsuit. Just absolutely amazing. Just amazing. The NFL, all about show me the money.
Right.
Suing the fans who sued the NFL for the antitrust violation.
Right.
And the NFL was guilty of a violation. The only thing that was overturned was how the jury reached the dollar amount that the fans group would get. Now the NFL sued the fans. They want the fans to pay the legal fees for the case that, quote, they won. Well, they didn't win the case. Just amazing. So, John, go ahead. Talk about Brady. Talk about Pearsall. Talk about the NFL. Is your name on that lawsuit?
I know.
You're going to move out of this castle? They want your house. Go ahead, John.
Well, you know, it goes to show you how profitable the NFL is. If you can sue your customers and they keep coming back, you know, and so again, like I hope the NFL ends up winning the antitrust thing. I think it's a bunch of baloney, but it's common, you know, for the countersuit thing to happen. I want to talk about Tom Brady because it's interesting because we know he was given that number 1 spot on Fox. And he displaced
Greg Olsen.
Yeah, Olsen, and we thought that was kind of uncool, but it's Brady. We get that. But yeah, it's a conflict of interest. It's not just that he's going to feed information from one team to the other, but if you're going to be an objective reporter, you can't also be the owner of the team that you're reporting on. So, but it is wild to me that he would prioritize being a minority owner in the Raiders where you have no control. That's more valuable to him than this high paid gig being a color commentator.
Well, you could always put off investing till you go through the first year on Fox and see whether or not you actually like it. if you're comfortable. I don't know how good he's going to be. I don't know how good Belichick's going to be on all the quote media stuff that he's doing. But from a Fox TV standpoint, you're blocking your lead analyst from having access to coaches and practices and getting the storylines he needs to talk about. You get that on Friday and Saturday for the Sunday telecast. So there's got to be some common ground here. But like I said, Brady should just step away from the whole Raider situation for the time being and just go be Tommy TV guy and see if he likes it and see if he does a good job at it. But to totally block him, that just doesn't make any sense to me. It's not fair. If it were me, how could I do my job if I did not have access to the coaches and the players and get all the data that I need for my telecast, my broadcast on Sunday?
Yeah, I agree with you. And it makes me wonder if maybe Brady knows something. Maybe there's some insider trading thing going on, but that he wants to get a minority stake in the Raiders because maybe they think it's going to sell and he can flip that and make some big money.
He's always been about that, except when he invested in cryptocurrency, which cost him $43 million.
I remember that.
That one did not work out very well. So you're an NFL fan. Your reaction to the Tom Brady story, feel free to jump on board, talk about the other storylines. Did you get sued? Those of you on this podcast on live stream, was your name on that lawsuit? You owe the NFL $389,751 in legal fees. This story just blows my mind. Okay, we go.